In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can know that you're properly lifting weights, and we're starting right now. Yo, what's going on? It's Thomas from RohmerFitness, and if you are a beginner or if you're doing certain exercises and you're not sure if you're exactly lifting the weight correctly or if you're using proper form or technique with your weight exercises, it can be very frustrating. It can be very difficult because if you're using improper form, you're more likely to get injured and you're not going to get as good of muscle gains because you are improperly working the muscle group. So it's important, you can go to YouTube or you can get a trainer to kind of take you through some exercises and watch how other people do it and get a good form and technique from watching, but it is completely different when you are actually doing the exercise yourself. So what is my best tip for you in order to help you improve your form on any lift? It is simply going to be film yourself doing the exercise. Now, that might seem like kind of lame, that might not seem that cool, but here's why it's so effective. The thing is, we view ourselves differently than other people view us. Okay, so if on a scale of 1 to 10 we had to say how attractive we are, we might give ourselves a point or two higher than a different person would, somebody else with a different perspective. Or we might think we're above average at a certain sport or a certain skill, for example, whereas other people tend to see us for how we actually are. And you can just think of this for yourself. If you had to do an English paper, for example, you don't proofread your own paper. You don't edit your own paper. If you tried to do that, you would still have so many mistakes in your own work. You always have to get somebody else to edit your paper for you. They can see it with a fresh set of eyes. And so that's kind of what it is with doing exercises. You might think you're doing an exercise correctly, but until you film yourself and you get that feedback and you see exactly what's going on, how do you really know if you're doing it correctly? Now, of course, I understand with certain exercises, if you're working out in a commercial gym, for example, and you're doing bicep curls and you can see yourself in the mirror, you can give yourself that instant feedback. But with other exercises, with more complex compound exercises like deadlift and squat, it's kind of hard to be able to focus on everything just by looking in the mirror. So when you film yourself, you can instantly tell whether or not you are doing an exercise correctly. So let me share with you an example of this. Me doing low back extensions. This seems like a pretty simple exercise, pretty hard to mess up, and I just thought I was doing it correctly, but until I filmed myself doing this exercise, did I realize how I was just doing it very sloppy. It was completely out of control. I was not controlling the eccentric part of the lift or anything like that, and I had no idea when I was actually doing the lift. So by filming myself and watching it over, I could instantly know that, okay, I need to slow down when I'm doing the eccentric part of this lift. And with my brother, for example, he is just starting working out and he's doing a bent over row. So this is his first time doing the bent over row. I went ahead and filmed him and kind of pointed to where he needs to improve his techniques. And then by the third set on that same workout, you can already see his form improved a lot. Now, the next time he did the bent over row, you can see here that his form was still pretty good. It's not 100%, but you can just see how quickly you can improve upon your form if you have that feedback for what you need to do to correct yourself. So if you don't know what you're doing wrong, how can you correct it and improve upon yourself? So of course, I understand that filming yourself might not be practical. You might not be able to do it. So if you're at a commercial gym, for example, and they don't allow you to film yourself, you won't be able to set up a tripod and film yourself, or you won't be able to get your friend to film you when you're doing exercises. So if that's the case, just have a trainer at the gym or have your friend at the gym tell you what you're doing wrong. So take somebody who knows how to do these lifts, who knows how to do these exercises, and have them tell you and correct you on what exactly it is you're doing wrong. Even for exercises that you think you're doing correctly, just take a few days and have them watch you or film yourself doing these major compound exercises just to make sure that you are doing them correctly. Because again, we think, we know we're doing the exercise correctly, but until we really get that outside perspective from someone else who sees us the way it really is, we could still be blind to that. So that is going to be it for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and also while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with my latest tips and videos. And other than that, I will be talking to you next time. Peace.